As a child, you would wait and watch from far away.
Hey everyone, Jurassichero here. We are back with another Heroes Lounge. Jesus, I don't know how to speak English apparently, but it's another Heroes Lounge podcast. And obviously, I've been pretty consistent of making podcast episode. The last one was like in February, March, I believe. Who keeps count anyway? But today, I'm joined with the amazing, wonderful VIP man himself. He's always busy a lot, but it's a legendary man, Sir Cranberry. Say hello, Sir Cranberry.
Hello, that's me.
And today, we got someone in the first ever episode. This is our first ever episode where we don't have a content creator on the episode, and his name is Classy Spider, aka... Wait, can we use your real name, right? Yeah? You don't care,
Yeah,
right?
you can use my real name. I don't care.
Okay. AKA Matthew. Matthew, say hi.
Hello. I didn't know Brenton's already been on this podcast before.
Like
that was an information
times,
I received.
Yeah, he's...
I'm like on every podcast.
No, you've been on every
He's
podcast
basically an official member.
Yeah, I might as well make him an official member soon, because he's been on probably I think there's 5 episodes out right now, and he's been in 3 of them.
Shoot.
That's me.
Okay.
I'll
easy addition to this podcast. All right.
I'll pay you to be a member of the official podcast one day. Who knows?
It's gonna be more than your mod, bro, because that was quite the stacks. I tell you what.
Listen. It's different business, if you will. I pay everyone different. Listen, I pay you in friendships. I pay the other guy in money. There's a difference.
Dude, don't let him see this episode. He's gonna be really feeling it when he finds out you're not friends.
Don't worry. No hard. I know you're. Well, I don't know if you are, but if you are watching, no hard feelings, Mario. I'm just creating a bit. I don't actually pay him.
Oh, trust me. After this episode, he won't be watching.
This is the time he stops being my mod and unsubscribes from everything.
Best
recording
time.
this on?
PlayStation.
Yeah, but like what?
So,
you
like,
usually have a
PlayStation
game in
streaming?
the background.
Yeah, it's Spider-Man remastered this time. I'm just sitting above the city of New York.
Fair enough.
It's too much work to go on DayZ,
What a place to be.
and I'm too lazy to do it on Minecraft right now. So we're
That's
sticking
actually
to.
super creative. We get on the PA system in DayZ, and we have it live. You're recording, right, for your YouTube channel, but we have the PA system live, so everybody on the server listens to the podcast as well. That is genius.
Oh, I really want to try that. That definitely is gonna take like a day of planning though, because it takes forever to find each other. So we need to have
And
like
you
an
also need to learn how to play the game, so you
Yeah,
don't
that's
die
true.
instantly.
I still need to play DayZ. It's on my my storage thing. I haven't touched it since the day you told me to install it. It's been a while.
I recommend it, bro.
I know. One day I'll try it. Who knows? Maybe I'll stream it.
Dude, I get my most viewer count throughout DayZ. I don't know why. Probably because of how intense the game is, but I get the most interactions in my chat through DayZ. It's quite the experience. I recommend it. And if you're ever on DayZ, bro, just hit me up. I'll hop on DayZ at any moment. I could be on my final exam on my college class, and I'll still hop on with you, bro.
Ooh,
Pros before college
the
exams,
ultimate
as they say.
multitasking right there.
I'm a gamer, alright? I'm a goddamn gamer.
Gamers
I was playing CK in my last exam, I tell you what.
Wait, CK? What is CK? What is that now?
Crusader Kings?
Oh, that game. The game you keep
know
telling me to
Crusader
get.
Kings.
Yeah, I know. You keep telling me to get that game.
Yeah, because it's fantastic. It's Stellaris, but medieval times. It's so good. You're literally just playing Game of Thrones. It's so good. I've been playing this one mod on CK that's just Skyrim. Well, it's more than Skyrim, but like it's Elder Scrolls. It's called Elder Kings 2 because there's the first mod for CK2. But anywho, I've been playing as Riften, the Blackbriars in Skyrim, and
Ooh.
it's so much goddamn fun because it's the entire map of Tamriel, like everything, the little islands to the side of the world and everything. It's ginormous, and there's a lot more than in CK because there's a magic system in Elder Scrolls. There's vampires, werewolves. Imagine that, but like in CK, it's so cool.
How do those jump into the gameplay for it?
It's just like an Elder Scrolls. So like there, you gotta hide your vampirism. There's people that live on for like centuries at a time because it's Elder Scrolls, and it's basically it's just all the gameplay mechanics from Skyrim and Elder Scrolls into CK. It's the coolest shit. I love it. You can have like a clan of werewolves. It's so fucking cool.
That sounds fun. I'll have to wait till it goes on discount again, because the last time I missed it apparently.
Sadly, I don't think console has mods, but I mean it's still a great game no matter what. You're playing politics. It's so good.
I'll be sure to be
in
Emperor
some cases
Palpatine.
you might need a second college degree to play. It's gonna be more than Stellaris,
dang, that sucks.
That's why I'm going to college. So
just to play Crusader King.
Yeah.
He wears his heart on his sleeve.
Because a lot of my friends, I sound like a complete douchebag saying this, but I am a god at CK.
Oh, bragging rights, I see. All right, you're bragging, you're flexing on us.
Because I've wasted a lot of hours into the game, and I know how to play the game very efficiently, and none of my friends do, except for maybe one, and he lives across the country. But they all just play the game whenever I invite them, so they don't have any like hours into it, and I have to like basically curate the entire game because I can just wipe them out at any moment.
Huh.
And I'm a god, and they don't know how to deal with their children like whatsoever, because just like in real life, if you don't treat your children well, if you don't raise your children correctly, they become little psychopaths as they get older. And in CK, once you die as your ruler, your heir takes your place, and you play as the heir. And if you have a little psychopath as a kid, it doesn't end well with in your kingdom. And I've had a lot of my friends absolutely like get decimated later on when their first guy dies because they didn't take care of their children whatsoever. I've also laid with my friends' wives like on multiple occasions, just
God dang.
All their kids end up being mine. They have no legitimate heirs, and then I just bring that into public, so they have no heirs, and I just take over everything because they're my
God.
kids.
Earning him the official title, Layer of the Seven Seas.
It was so funny. I wish I was recording because it was like the first time I played with Chance, and I was sleeping with his wife the entire game, and my guy was the biggest dude I could make. He was a ginormous, just giant of a man. He was a unit. I do not know how he snuck into Chance's castle every night, but he did. Yeah, like, every night I was sneaking into his castle and sleeping with his wife.
Was he Kratos
how
big?
he was able to... Oh, he was bigger than Kratos. Man,
Oh my
he was a
God.
big boy. He didn't even like when I clicked on my character profile, he like extended through the profile because how big he was.
Oh my
he was
God.
he was a unit,
He's a freaking titan.
and he somehow snuck through the castle corridors to lay with this woman, and then randomly it was really quiet. It was like years after I did the deed. Chance just pipes up after us not talking for like 10 minutes straight. He goes, "Did you sleep with my wife?" And I wish I was recording because it was the funniest shit. And then he lost his kingdom because I was like, "Yeah, no, that kid's mine actually," and he had no heirs to take his place.
He should have never realized that.
God dang, Brenton. Destroying
Intrigue's
people.
a beautiful thing.
God, I
I only
gotta.
play Intrigue. There's like a bunch of different skill trees. I only play Intrigue when I play with my friends because it's just hilarious.
Sounds like a swallow time to play with friends.
Absolutely. So,
Yeah.
you have any topics of discussion?
I have a
Yes.
couple. I have a couple, but I probably should have asked you at the beginning. But how has y'all's day been? How are y'all doing?
Good.
Oh.
Love the-
I'm doing pretty okay. I've been sick recently, so I've been sleeping a lot more than I want to, because my body is just trying to catch up on everything.
You know what the best medicine for that is, right?
I got vitamin C. Is that the best medicine?
No, it's chugging water and walking it off. That's the best medicine.
That's what I was saying. Dude, Jurassic, you should have been there for the last Minecraft stream, man. This guy was losing his mind. Man
Dude,
was
I
losing his marbles.
By
I
the end
should've.
of it, I sounded like an actual psychopath.
I don't know. I don't know what was going on.
Oh,
I know what was going on. I didn't mention this in the stream because I'd woken up at 7 p.m. The night before, and I'd been awake since then.
Dude, you should have just said something, man. It made
Well,
for
I
some
didn't-
hilarious
Oh
content.
no, yeah, no.
I
that's
tell you
good
what, it was
content.
so goddamn
I'm glad
funny.
I didn't say anything.
You
There's some
freaking you're losing your mind over a horse in a stable. That was the
I'm
funniest
telling
thing
you,
I've ever seen.
If by next stream I don't kill that horse, then I'm making the wrong decisions in that
It
server.
was so goddamn funny.
so you're the one that's been crying about the horse and all that malarkey. Got it. I thought it was
Dude,
time
that
for
was-
Jacob.
I go, hey, there's an extra horse in the stable, Matthew, if you want to take
Why?
it. And he goes, why? Why is there a horse in a stable? It was the funniest shit.
Dude, I'm gonna build the Coliseum, kill that horse, and be executed like a man.
They're gonna create one of those guillotines or whatever in public square for you.
Oh yeah. We mentioned it yesterday in the Discord, but if I do kill the horse, I have to build a Coliseum and then fight Jacob in a 1v1, him fully geared. And if I lose, I get banned from the server.
Oh my god.
That's if I kill the horse.
Yeah,
Got
that
it, so
was-
don't kill the
that was a
horse, 'cause I-
funny-ass stream.
I don't
Oh,
want
I'm
you to
killing
get
the
banned.
horse.
No, I don't want you to get banned.
A real man faces his issues head on.
But I don't want you to get banned. You're my favorite character in the Minecraft streams.
Don't worry though. Oh, Jurassic, you don't mean that.
No, I do. I don't want you
The
getting
man's
banned.
on the cusp of getting sent to the docks every time we play.
I was in the Starks for a little bit. Then I immediately got conscripted to build a new building. Dude,
How long-
I'm telling you. Oh god, last stream, that girl was sitting there so confused.
Yeah,
at
Matt,
the end
because
of-
you didn't go along with the bit and order her around. Like that would have been so goddamn funny, Matthew.
I couldn't do it. I'm the worker. No one else is allowed to
Shut up,
build
Matthew.
things for you
Shut
but
the hell up.
me.
You suck. You take like weeks on end. We need manual laborers
That's
if
the
we're gonna do
funniest
manifest
part.
destiny. Manifest destiny, Matthew. You fucked up an entire awesome bit, and I had to end the goddamn stream because of it.
Dude, in all fairness, she was following Jacob the whole time. She did not care what I was doing.
Because you just did, every time I asked you to tell her something, you just went stone cold quiet. She was so confused.
Maybe
I'm
Matthew
not-
being confused was part of the bit.
No, I was just so out of it, Jurassic. You don't understand. I was so out of it by the end of that stream.
It was hilarious, but by the time I got to that point, I was very disappointed because that would have been the funniest fucking thing if I genuinely forced my subscribers into manual labor onto my Minecraft server. That would have been so funny.
It's still gonna happen. Those subscribers don't know what's about to hit them.
Every time somebody asked to join, they're like, yeah, come on in. And then,
They're locked out of
they're
doing
just-
anything unless they agree to build the road.
The road would look like, you know, those like workers on the railroads? And
Yeah.
then, like, you guys are on the horses, ordering them around. Them just laying down cobble, building
Oh
the
my-
roads.
That's what we gotta do. We gotta get you like a whole thing of llamas and just fill their chests with nothing but like
Oh my
cobblestone
God,
and
that's
stone,
genius.
and have them follow them around. So all they can do is go over that, and we'll put like some carrots in there for them to eat when they get hungry.
Oh my
It's
god.
dude, it's actually just slavery. It's
Matthew,
slaving
you're a
the
genius.
subscribers. Oh, they're not allowed in the town. We send the little llamas out to meet them, and that's how they get their food.
I'm working on the railroad.
That's amazing.
The next thing they need to add is like bamboo mats, so that all they can do is sleep on the ground in little camps. They don't even get
They're
beds.
adding a new bamboo block. You can build like huts. out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just give it a few months, then you can do that soon, Matthew. Just wait a few months.
I can't wait.
The real question
looking
here
forward.
is, can you be accused of war crimes in Minecraft? That's the real question.
Only if you get caught.
Oh, well, he's streaming it, so yeah,
Well,
it will be out there for the public.
You can just put the blame on Jacob or someone else in the world or one of your subscribers. Just do that.
I can't wait for people like Levi or people who know us, like check in on like, hey, I wonder what the guys are doing in Minecraft,
God.
and they look in and it's just like 10 subscribers working on this giant road.
Brenton, I have a little training art. Brenton's whipped me into shape, and I'm just whipping as they build stuff.
The entire time you have one of those lassos in your hand for the animals.
Oh my god.
Well, the way it works with the llamas is if one of them is being led, then like 10 more will follow it, like on command. So you can just have a whole brigade of camels or of llamas.
Cobble and carrots. That's the only thing.
Cobble and carrots.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm going back in there before the next stream, and I'm sending it out. Pushing on the railroad.
I need to join y'all's Minecraft world one day.
Oh shoot! Yeah, you already added, aren't you?
No, yeah. Wait. What do you mean added? Like added the Minecraft realm?
Hasn't Jacob added you to the realm?
No.
I don't think he
No?
is,
No, he hasn't done that yet.
Right, you and Jacob really haven't ever met, have you?
Not
No,
really.
Jacob's
Just like a couple
never
times in
talked.
Hunt Showdown.
That's it.
Yeah, Jacob's a quiet guy.
Jacob
Alright,
is a very awkward human being, and he doesn't like new people.
Then I soften up to him. I try to get him to like me then.
You should see what happens when a woman speaks to Brenton in front of Jacob.
Oh god. Oh god, it's so strange. I feel so weird being out in public with Jacob because he nudges me every single time a woman looks my direction. Every single time.
Dude,
I'm like, yeah, so what, Jacob? Get used to it.
we were in like a little we were in a Dollar General, right? Great place to be. And this man, we finish up our stuff, we're going back to the car, and this man goes, Brenton, there was this girl, and she walked, I was behind you, she walked past you, and she giggled. She giggled, and this man has not let that go since.
How long ago was
Look
this?
at Jacob.
Oh, this
Last
was
summer.
July or June, one of the two. I think it was June.
He wants you to be the wingman, Cranberry. He wants you to be his wingman.
He wants him to be his.
If Jacob wants to get girls, he's gonna need to either, shampoo and condition those very greasy golden locks of his, or just chop it, man. God damn it.
Or watch Andrew Tate.
Now let me tell you about my boy Andrew Tate.
Are you telling me the only thing stopping me from getting a girlfriend is watching Andrew Tate and
what you do here-
subscribing to his college?
What you do is, I need you make an excellent point, Jurassic. Jacob needs to invite the next girl he talks to over, give her a cup of water. Water's healthy for you. She's probably dehydrated. But before she comes over, make sure you put in sparkling water in that cup. Give it to her.
Sparkling water.
If she drinks it and she goes, "Oh, there's bubbles in this water," block her ass. All right, block her ass.
If
That
it's
is
just purely water with a little fizz on it, that's not bad. But most sparkling water is gross.
Yeah, because it's like soda water, isn't it?
This is why you're blocked on my account.
Even soda
Matthew.
water's fine. It's like they take an orange, they squeeze a small drop of orange, like the juice, out of it into the water, and they're like, boom. That's a
Maybe pounding yourself with fucking sugar constantly, Matthew, isn't the healthiest thing to do. All right.
What do you mean? What do you mean? You don't drink 12 cans of sodas a day?
Diabetes speed run. Leave me alone.
Yeah, I'll give you a good fat "I told you so" when you get diabetes.
Dude, I probably already have it.
Me and Titan will kick up our feet, cheers our sparkling water together, just a little clink, while we laugh at you peons.
You think I'm gonna cry about spilled milk? Absolutely not. That's when I get in the best shape of my life. I'll prove them that diabetes can be cured.
Shut the fuck up.
If you just want to get cured of diabetes, just watch like a bunch of Andrew Tate videos. You'll be fine.
Just watch Andrew Tate.
Thank you, Jurassic. Thank you.
Dude,
Thank you,
no
Jurassic.
shot.
Ugh.
I
Don't
can't,
worry,
I'm surprised Andrew Tate hasn't touched that. I haven't touched the diabetes game. that would be so goddamn funny.
Dude, I'm the cure for diabetes.
just do
Now, if you're
25
talking to a friend-
push-ups. Oh.
You know, if you're talking to a friend, he pulls out the insulin pin. Leave his house immediately. Block him. Do not talk to him.
There's nothing he can do for you.
Oh. God, that was amazing.
All my Amazon packages are shit, boys. I'm getting another
What-
Sherlock
what'd you-
Holmes game.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're bragging about having more Sherlock Holmes games. How's that?
Dude,
How's that?
And he should brag about it.
I can't wait. Genuinely, I'm so invested into Sherlock Holmes that if we ever run out of Sherlock Holmes cases, I feel confident enough to play Dungeon Master essentially and create my own cases.
Dude, are we
So
doing our own
much
D&D
fun.
Sherlock Holmes detective case?
Essentially, I'll just play as Sherlock Holmes, and I'll just sit there, and if you need an informant, I'll just be like, yeah, I'm here. Isn't it obvious?
Dude, I'll play Wiggins. Are you kidding me?
But,
That sounds freaking cool.
Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detective is the best board game. I'm not a big board game kind of guy, but that has been the only board game that's completely hooked me. Because it doesn't hold your hand in the slightest. It doesn't, like, treat you like some fucking peon, little peasant. It just gives you the cases, and sometimes they're actual, genuine, like, real-life IRL cases. Well, they just give you a case, and then give you, like, the basic, bare minimal info on said case, and then just throw you out into the world, and you have to go figure out yourself. You got to figure out, like, the times where people were. You got to interview people. You got to, like, piece things together. They give you, like, old-timey, like, newspapers to read through and look for clues, and you got to actually, like, think about it, and I love it so much.
Well, if you love that game, then you'd love Monopoly. It doesn't hold your hand either.
Shut the
It
fuck
takes
up.
8 hours to beat, apparently.
Dude.
Dude,
Okay.
we've been doing a campaign for the past, like, 4 months straight in Sherlock Holmes.
4
I need
months,
to
good
talk
lord.
About something real quick here, Jurassic.
Yeah,
I
what's up?
played some Monopoly with my family. I think it was like a week ago now. It was the worst version of Monopoly I think I've ever played.
Which version was it?
It was the Mega version where they just make the board bigger.
Oh no.
But they made it the worst pot. So they added an extra dice, and on this dice that you can roll an extra number, like a 1 or 2 or a 3. But it also has 2 new little things on it. One, you draw this like special bus card where you can basically use it at the beginning of your turn and basically move wherever you want on that side of the board. However, it also adds this other little dice piece. And for the first half of the game, basically what it does is any unowned property, you automatically just move to the next unowned property in front of you so that you can buy it. This is ridiculous. Right? It basically broke the game for the first half because people just kept rolling it and just kept getting property. But then in the second half of the game, if you roll it and all property is owned, you move to the next space that you have to pay money for.
Well,
This
oof.
dice was the worst thing I've ever seen. The entire game felt so stupid.
Were the dice as big? Were they like 3 feet tall, or
What do you mean?
you said it was Mega Monopoly, so that means the dice should be big, right? Were the dice
No,
big?
it's
Yes
just-
or no?
It was just a bigger board. Basically, every property type had an extra property on it that you could own, and everything costed more. They made things a lot bigger. You could buy more property. You could buy hotels, but there was only like I think it was like 8 hotels, and once they were used up, nobody else could buy hotels. So if you had them, you were basically winning the game. It was, I don't think I've ever been more mad playing Monopoly than that.
So what you're telling me?
Every second of that game was awful.
So what you're telling me about this Mega Monopoly is they never made the dice huger. They're still the same size.
Nope, still same size.
Dang, they could have made a lot of money if they increased the dice height or whatever you want to call the math version of it. They could have made the dice bigger. They would have made a lot more money.
They didn't. They decided not to go with the greater idea. I'm sorry, Jurassic.
Dang,
Instead,
that's a-
some guy designed this brand new dice that just busts the game up.
Dang, shame. They could have
I'll
made so
never
much more
play
money.
Monopoly again because of this.
What if you
I
what
never
if you
got into Monopoly.
what if you played the Sprite Cranberry Monopoly? Would you play that one?
Is there a Sprite Cranberry Monopoly?
Yeah, it's about to be December,
Dude.
so they're gonna be making a Sprite Cranberry
No,
Monopoly.
no. Hold on. I'm looking this up right now.
I'm telling you,
I'll lose my freaking mind.
since it's the holiday seasons, they gotta make a Sprite Cranberry Monopoly. It's gotta
You're
get
a
on the
good man,
trend.
Jurassic. I'm just telling you right now, you're a good man.
I'm always
You've
a good
watched my
man.
videos thoroughly. I tell you what.
Oh yeah, I remember the good old I remember the good old DVD era.
Thank God, it's not a thing.
Yeah, it's not a thing yet. We can make it
Oh
a thing.
shit, it's not a thing, Matthew. No fucking shit.
Dude, I had to make sure.
No shit.
It's a dangerous thing.
Jurassic has every single 150 viewers on that gaslighting video on Hunt Showdown, man. He's every single one of them.
Dude.
Every single one.
That video was the start of something really great.
The moment Matthew said, "I'm gonna look this up," a giant grin laid upon my face. I'm like, man,
He won.
Hey,
I just
listen.
need to make sure.
Hey, listen, we can make one. It may not be a thing yet, but we can make one. We can make a lot of moolah by making a Sprite Cranberry themed Monopoly.
Now, Jurassic, far be it from me to make silly assumptions, but I feel that we could get in trouble for that. Something about copyright, using the word Monopoly in a game that we made.
No,
Jurassic
we can't.
doesn't know anything about copyright. He uses an Imagine Dragons song for his intro.
Hey,
He's
listen.
never heard of copyright.
Listen,
Copyright laws can't touch him.
Listen,
I mean, it hasn't. I've never seen him get copyright struck once. I met him the first time I met Jurassic. I was like, hey, you could get like shut down because of that, And he's like, that's fine. I was like, oh, okay. I've never seen him get caught once by it. I was like, what the fuck?
listen, you
He keeps
can't
himself
get.
in the perfect state.
Listen, they can't copyright you if they don't know and they can't catch you. So, boom, beat the system like that, baby.
I'm just saying, I'm gonna cry if one day, like, you make it a bit higher than you are now, and your entire channel just disappears because every single video has that
Overnight.
intro.
Overnight.
It's happened before. It's happened before, and I will cry if it happens to you.
Don't worry, if
There's
that's
those
the
channels who, especially those manga channels and those anime channels.
Oh
they
yeah,
use,
the
like, one
Dragon
clip
Ball
and their
ones.
entire channel just
Oh
gone.
yeah, the anime industry can be very, very spiteful.
There's that one guy, Pyrocynical. I think what happened was he had a little soundbite in his outro, which he didn't know was copyrighted because he got it through a what's it called? It's supposed to be non-copyrighted music. That's what it was supposed to be.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, where you
that's
can find
how
like
everyone.
music and stuff.
That's what it was supposed to be, but he didn't realize there was a sound, just a little splice of it that was copyrighted, and his entire channel disappeared overnight. Like, luckily, he got it back, but
How long
it
was
just
that
gone.
sound?
It was just like
2
a few
seconds.
like a few seconds.
It
What
wasn't
the
that
heck?
long. Okay,
Dude, that's kind of.
Cranberry.
I was just gonna say that's kind of like the freaking Roblox death noise being copywritten. and so
Oh
they had to
yeah,
change it.
that's been. Oof, I feel bad for past Roblox videos. God dang, that's gonna.
Dude.
Oof, that's a
Like
nightmare.
any video, dude. Like, they use that soundbite
Oh
for
my
memes
gosh.
all the time.
Oh yeah, because
Yeah.
it's like an iconic meme.
Ooh.
Everyone uses that
Oh.
soundbite. I even used it before, I think.
Yeah.
Jurassic's just adding on to the reasons his channel's gonna get destroyed.
I've actually been copyright strike once, and maybe twice soon, because one of my old videos from like the beginning era of YouTube, like 2018 or 2016 or whenever I started, I used a non-copyright song, and apparently, my video the video that got copyright struck is blocked. Not in America. It's blocked in Russia. So a Russian company copy striked me for this song, and I can't take it out because it means I have to take out the entire video just for it to get unblocked by Russia. So
I've been
oof.
there. I've had
Yeah.
videos like that.
God
I've never
dang.
been like struck,
Popular in
but I've been
Russia, huh?
copyrighted. I've had like, I've never been blocked. No, I think one video got blocked, but I've never been like completely struck. It's just been like, hey, this video can't be monetized. That's as far as it went.
Yeah. The only time where my videos have been blocked was the Call of Duty Black Ops 2 from Russia. That's the one I just talked about.
Oh, that's
And
so
then,
sad.
Yeah, and then the other one was me reacting to a Transformers, the latest Michael Bay Transformers movie that got blocked
Oh, I watched that.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, that video got blocked by Universal or whoever made that movie.
Dude, I don't know how I found your old ass channel.
Yeah, I don't know how you did that. You like commentated on my.
What?
Yeah, so before.
Dude, I didn't realize it was his because he commented on his newer channel up like in the comment, like he was talking to himself basically. I thought it was like one of his friends. I did not know it was his channel.
Yeah, you thought
because it
that
so
was like a
old.
parody of me or like.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell is this? Like, what did I just stumble upon?
How'd you even find
Jurassic
it?
immediately DM'd me. It was like, hey, what the? What are you doing here?
That'll be my first YouTube channel. My first official one. It'll be Sir Cranberry. It'll be the copy of Brenton's channel.
Sir Blueberry.
Sir Blueberry. All right.
The off-brand Sir Cranberry. Sir Blueberry.
Same icon as his channel, but just the inverted one.
It's just blue
You just
instead of
re-upload
orange.
all my videos, but
I
like
know.
inverted.
I just
No,
I
no,
mirror them. They're just they're just
You gotta
turned
change the
around.
language. You gotta add like make it be Russian or Spanish or Japanese.
I put all of it through a Russian translator and then just text to speech it.
Oh my god, yes, that would be amazing. The Russian Sir Cranberry, Sir Blueberry.
Brenton pops off in Russia, but on my channel.
That'd be the strangest thing ever because it's like that's not me.
The text to speech.
You're more famous in Russia than America, Sir Cranberry.
It's so strange.
The biggest ones will be when I take his like vlog ones or the face cam ones.
Oh
And then
my,
it's just a text to speech.
Text.
oh my
I'm
god.
traveling across country and it's just text to speech the entire
It's
time.
just video pops. It's just like Strasbourg.
Oh.
Dude, I still have my my book for Russian learning that I got in college. We could do wonders with that thing.
Why are you using a book? It's all about Duolingo nowadays. You gotta use the Duolingo app instead of the book. Go on.
We'll start with the book and then we'll move on to Duolingo when we feel comfortable.
Duolingo's
Alright.
a good side quest when it comes to languages. It
Yeah.
shouldn't be the main quest whatsoever. It's a good little side gig.
Yeah, like learning how to I'm learning how to speak the ancient languages from back in Egypt times, or like I guess the dead languages. Duolingo's teaching me the dead languages right now.
I won't lie. The only language that I would learn besides Japanese would be like Norse, like old Norse.
Oh, shoot.
That
Would
be
be
cool.
the only language I would learn besides Japanese because Japanese is so time consuming.
Oh yeah, because there's like so many characters in it, right? There's like over 150
That
or
and there's completely different dialects of the
Yeah.
language depending on the situation you're in. You have to
yeah.
completely just change on the fly, and it's very time consuming.
yeah.
I love learning languages. It's so cool.
I need
Yeah,
to
you
learn a
learn-
language.
Through language, you learn culture, and it's so cool.
That
It's so
that is one of the coolest things about languages is when you learn about the culture and why languages are built and structured the way they are.
Yeah. Same thing. That's why I'm into food so much because it's the same thing. You learn how to cook different food from different cultures, and you learn how those people lived throughout
Yeah.
learning
Well, that was
how to cook a dish.
when I was learning Spanish. One thing I learned is the word that they taught us for steak was not actually it wasn't really not steak. What was it? Beef? I think it was. It wasn't normal. The translation was carne de res, which means meat of kings. So it wasn't actually like the word beef. It was the translation was basically like the meat of kings, which was a very interesting like insight into their culture.
I also love the absolute fact that food, when it comes to like what's considered trash food and what's considered high
Good food.
royalty food, it really just depends on the time because it doesn't like it's just about perception. Back in the day, oysters used to be scarfed down by the dozen in like barrels, and crab and seafood used to be considered like peasant food Nowadays, it's considered like high class to eat an oyster and crab and seafood. It's so strange.
Yeah. I remember fish sticks being the high royalty food. Now it's
Oh
sadly no
yeah.
longer. We gotta bring back fish sticks being the high royalty food one day.
Yeah, so that I don't have to eat it anymore.
Yeah. Gotta make sure that one fish stick is 5,000 grand each.
It made my stomach churn with that. Announcement.
You're welcome. I'm good at doing.
That's
I'm
disgusting.
I'm in the right headspace. I just don't want to eat it anymore. I'm not high class.
That is fucking disgusting.
Hey, fish sticks are amazing for your information.
They are disgusting.
They are not. When was the last time you had a fish stick?
Recently, and I hated
Years.
Exactly.
Years.
Matthew, I'll give you a.
Disgusting.
No, it's not. Fish sticks are
Gross.
amazing.
Frozen fish covered in breadcrumbs. It is disgusting. What are you talking about? It's highly processed. It is gross. It is fucking gross.
It isn't that highly processed. Calm down.
I have to put a ton of ketchup on my fish sticks just to be able to stomach them.
Oh my god. Just the
ketchup,
smell. Oh.
Ketchup on fish sticks is amazing. That helps with the flavor. Gives us an extra.
Ruins it.
You know what? No, it's because y'all are eating Oregon fish. You guys aren't eating Texas fish sticks.
Dude, we live on the coast.
No,
what are you talking about? We live on the coast. You live in the middle of a desert.
No, oh no, I do not. My coast is like 3 hours away. Calm down.
3 hours away. Even though those fish sticks have been dead for like 2 months before you eat them. That is disgusting.
Oh, no.
Listen, y'all just haven't had good fish sticks. It's been a while since y'all last had good fish sticks.
I know exactly why. It's because I eat genuine food, and whenever I eat processed food, it genuinely makes me sick. I go through those very few times where I'm like, okay, I don't feel like cooking right now. I just eat fast food real fast, and it makes my stomach churn the rest of the day every single time I do, because I'm so used to actually getting up, cooking every single meal, or like eating the leftovers from the night before. Because I like eating good, genuine food.
Yo, McDonald's has some good delicate food.
What? Bro,
you're a monster.
McDonald's slaps. They got some good fast food. That's some. It may be a little bit processed, but they made sure it tastes good. That's all that matters.
Good and fast food.
A little bit processed. A little bit processed.
That's the most processed you can do to a piece of meat.
You're not eating meat at that point, bro.
It's only 10% processed. Don't worry. There's still meat and hamburger in the hamburger.
That meat has been dead for like 1.5 years before you consume it.
That's the point of eating a hamburger. The meat's meant to be dead.
Disgusting.
That
You're
meat hasn't seen the light of day in years.
That cow saw Jesus Christ, all right, before you consumed it.
I'm pretty sure all burgers saw Jesus Christ before I ate it. Y'all just haven't had good McDonald's. All right, enjoy your pee real quick.
Thank you.
There's a few things I want to talk about, but there are some other people I want to be on the podcast to talk about with because they're fans of it. Like the new Pokemon game that came out. I want to talk about that, but I want to get like a couple Pokemon fans in here to talk about it because I know. I think. Okay, hang on. Everyone in this session right now agrees that the new Pokemon games are they're not the best, right? It's like mid.
Let's not sugarcoat it. I mean, they're looking pretty awful.
To be fair, yes, they are bad. But to be fair,
it
I'm
is
a
something new.
Adult, and I do not care about children's games anymore. Okay?
Well, it's weird apparently because I guess because I've heard other people because last week I've been listening to a bunch of podcasts and they've been talking about the new Pokemon game and apparently they've been saying that not many kids actually play the new Pokemon games. The majority of people are like our age.
It's all for nostalgia. It's all for nostalgia, and I'm not a fan of nostalgia. Every once in a while, I'm like, ooh, that's from my childhood. That's nice. That's
like No Way Home.
It's a little sprinkle, but
and then he wakes up.
But when you live your entire life off of nostalgia, you never grow as a human being. You're just stuck in the past, right? So I'm like, every once in a while when I see like No Way Home, every time I watch like a movie that I'm not there for nostalgia, but it's nice when it's there. You know, it's nice. It's nice when a little sprinkle, a little cherry on top, like, oh, I remember that. That's kind of cool. And I talk about Pokemon as a meme because it's just funny to make fun of people who play Pokemon. But I don't care. I've grown up since 6th grade. Yeah.
I'll be honest, I'm more invested in the concept of Pokemon, but the actual application and execution of
The
it
concept's cool.
not really. It's a
there's
cool
this
concept, but it's not always implemented correctly, especially by the people who actually make it, unfortunately.
You mean Game Freak?
Yeah, the Game Freak, the best game company.
Oh yeah, they're the best company ever. Better than Insomniac, better than Naughty Dog, better than 343. Well, actually, they probably are better than 343 right now, but.
Yeah.
How's the Halo?
Okay, no.
That's one.
Halo Infinite's good. Halo Infinite's good. Okay.
But
and I will die on that hill. Halo Infinite's good. It's just not enough there. It's a very good game. And I played every single Halo. My very first game I've ever played was Halo CE. I've been a fan the entire time. I love the OG Halo games, and I can say with confidence, Halo Infinite has by far, not even a fucking challenge, has the best gameplay out of all of the Halos. It is fantastic, and that is the reason why I still play it, even though there is no new content. There's not a whole lot there. It is just that good that I'm still there playing it. It is fantastic. It's just they kind of dropped the ball when it comes to content. Now it's good. Like they fixed it. They dropped Forge, which is Forge has grew to the point where it's genuinely scripting at that point. Players can go in there and script their own entire modes and games. They can go in there and just script it, and it's Forge is you gotta have a college degree to realize to actually script everything out. It's so good.
Dude, Jurassic, you may have to reconsider this whole no college degree thing.
Yeah, I should.
Sounds like you might need it to keep up with the games now.
Yeah, with the way gaming's going, I probably should go to college real quick just to play video games now. Jesus.
Why are you here? I just want to play my games, man.
Yeah, now I need a college degree. Jesus, first Crusader, now Halo. Good lord.
And Stellaris. Don't forget about good old Stellaris.
Oh god, don't remind me about Stellaris. Jesus, that game's a little bit hard to play on your own.
But yeah, Halo Infinite's good. It's just they kind of dropped the ball when it comes to new content to consume. Everything they have added, I've adored. I love the German officer in the World War II cosmetics that they added. That was some of the best shit that they've ever added. That was so cool.
I'll be honest, that was really fun.
That was very fun. I love Halo Infinite.
So I guess speaking about Halo Infinite, how's the good old co-op split screen going for you?
I don't have anyone to play with, so I haven't tried it out.
Oh wait, did they actually add it this time, or is it?
Yeah.
Oh, when they add it?
I thought it was... No, not split screen. There's co-op. Not split screen though.
Oh, okay. That's what I meant then. Split screen. Split screen is the one I meant, not co-op then. Ooh.
No, I don't. There's no one here to play with. I don't give a shit. Like, it's nice to have. It's nice for games to have it, right? But it's not. It's not like I don't dock points off of something that I can't do in the first place.
Well,
why would I even? I'm playing there for content. I play games for content now, and why would I? I don't know. Maybe if I have like a special video
review channel.
No, I'm not. Yeah, it's if I was, then I would absolutely mention that. But it's not. I don't use it. I've always been a gamer, but I've only played games this much when I started making content. I was up until I started making videos. I didn't even play like multiplayer games a whole lot. I played strictly for story and like experiences.
Yeah.
Some of the most like life lessons I've ever been taught has been through these very story heavy games, and I love that. I do believe video games are a form of art, and when I find that in video games, I'm like, oh, yeah, that's a little nice.
Okay, so do you also treat video games, not all video games, but like some video games as movies, like The Last of Us and God of War and Spider-Man and all that?
Not those ones, but yes. I treat movie-based games absolutely, like Heavy Rain, Detroit Become Human. Those are very, very cinematic and very much like you're watching a movie than playing a game. You hardly like do anything throughout the game. You make the choices, but you just basically just sit there and enjoy this experience. And the people who say that video games aren't a form of art they don't know video games.
So, we are in Minecraft now. I had some technical difficulties, but back to what Sir Cranberry was saying about the whole movie and video game feeling. You're on Detroit Become Human?
Yeah, let's see here. I think of video games, movies, books, TV shows, anything in that room in the same realm. They're all pieces of art, and anybody who thinks differently is wrong. Just plain and simple. And art is just, how somebody expresses themselves. And having this pretentious, author look at video games as something childish or something, lower than, a well-written book is just being pretentious. And they don't know what goes into a good video game. I started off on games like Halo, but it wasn't for at the time there wasn't really a multiplayer to begin with, but it wasn't for anything but just the story and the world of Halo. And then I branched off, and then I started playing games like Red Dead Redemption back in 2010, and it was all about the story and the actual characters of said of game. And I always thought of it in the same realm. I love to write, but it all started from video games and my models at the time when I was younger.
I like that. That was good.
Yeah, thank you.
You should create a TED Talk on video games.
I should actually. That sounds like a good video idea. I won't lie, because a lot of people think of it in two completely different realms of media.
Oh yeah,
and technically they are in different realms of media, but people should think of it at the same thing. It's all storytelling at the end of the day.
Yeah, I know for the older generation, people in their 40s and above, it's video games are something for kids. They don't see it as a movie, or they don't see it as a movie experience and all that stuff.
There's different formats. Like when you're writing a story, you have to format it differently if you want to write a comic book, for that matter.
Yeah.
But it's all the same thing. You need to be skilled at the same thing. It's all story writing at the end of the day.
Yeah. So you excited for the Last of Us TV show coming out?
I am actually. I'm telling myself right now, even if the writing sucks and the show's not good, I will always appreciate the acting, because I like both the actress that plays Ellie. She was in Game of Thrones, and I loved her in Game of Thrones. And so was Pedro Pascal. I love his actor. He was in Mandalorian, and he was in Game of Thrones. And they're both fantastic actors. So even if I don't like the writing, I would love the acting.
I didn't know he was in Game of Thrones. Huh.
Yeah, that was his big thing. He was. That's where I knew him from before Mandalorian.
Oh, who did he play? What season was he in?
4.
4?
He was a big character in 4. He plays Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper. He was a very charismatic guy. I loved him.
I need to try to get into Game of Thrones.
Do it.
I'll think about it.
It's a very mature show, but expect that going in, and you'll have a good time.
Yeah, I know everyone loves the last season. The last season is everyone's favorite
It's the best season, dude. Oh my god.
I only watched the last season of Game of Thrones. It was so exciting.
Yeah, that's how good the last season was, because of that. Everyone considers it the last season the best season ever.
They should.
If I'm going to be completely honest, I never finished it. I'm a book reader, and I only watched the show for the books, and I stopped at season 5.
Oh,
that's where the books end.
Brenton, actually, I was there. He scoffed as he started watching the rest of it, spit on his floor, and turned it off.
God dang.
I'm not one of those guys who say the books are better or whatever, but when it comes to Game of Thrones, the show is extremely accurate to the books. The books just have more in it. More characters, more storylines, more... It's not, better in any way. It's just, there's more stuff going on. That's why I prefer the books. It's just the TV show, but more. There's genuinely, almost 1,000 characters to keep track of in the books. Yeah. There's just so many moving parts and so much going on.
You know what I realized? The directors of Game of Thrones. I wonder what Star Wars movie or TV show they were gonna make, but before they got removed from making a Star
I don't
Wars
even
thing.
want to know. I don't want to know, and I'm not going to watch it. That was the downfall of that entire show. I don't want to. I don't want to consume what they. I'm done with Star Wars to begin with, but I wouldn't. I wouldn't watch it even if I was into Star Wars.
Have you watched Andor?
No, I watched Obi-Wan.
Yeah, no, well, we don't.
There's only so much Star Wars I can consume, bro. There's so much. Okay.
Okay.
And I came back to it for Obi-Wan because I love the prequels.
Okay.
Andor, I'll probably get around to it, but there's just so much Star Wars I can't keep up.
Yeah, the only thing I'll say, I think the Star Wars fans are gonna hate me for saying this, but the only thing I'll say about Andor is there are a few moments in the show where it feels a bit slow because each arc in the season 1 is like 3 episodes long, and there are a couple pieces here and there in the show where it feels a bit slow that I feel like they could have cut out. But other than that, it's a pretty good
I'm trying to have a
show.
professional conversation here.
I'm listening.
Well, give us your feedback. Have you seen Andor yet, Matthew?
Me, no.
Oh,
I've
yes.
I've heard a little bit about it, but I have
heard
not
it's
watched
good.
it. I heard it's
I
good.
heard it's good, but
It's weird because it's good, but yet it's not doing that well because they're putting Andor on like Hulu Plus and ABC and like some other streaming services. It's so weird that everyone loves it yet it's not doing that well. It's like not doing as good as
Do you think it
Obi-Wan.
has to do with some of the mistakes they've been making with the previous iterations of Star Wars?
Probably
Some of the
'cause
more recent stuff?
it probably is the case because I know a lot of people are getting more and more fed up with Star Wars lately. So it
Yeah.
probably is the case. 'Cause
well, okay, yeah, but I think people just need to quit being babies about it.
There
I
you
used
have
to
it.
be a fan of Star Wars theory, and now he's just become a complete man-child. Uh, he's getting literally everything he wanted out of Star Wars, yet he's still complaining and bickering and moaning about it. I think these people are just these man-children, and they just need to grow up. What they for the most part, what they have came out with Star Wars has been some of the best uh, Star Wars stuff that I've consumed ever since I grew up with Star Wars. They had they had a little weird arc when it came to the sequels, which I disdained. And my favorite one, controversial. My favorite one's The Last Jedi, but I hate the sequels all throughout. But everything else, Visions, Mandalorian,
Visions
uh,
was really good.
Book of
Yeah,
Boba Fett, Obi-Wan, I like them all. It's just so much content that I can only consume so much at a time because I'm
Yeah.
a grown adult. I'm a grown adult. I'm not somebody just foaming at the mouth whenever they release something new for Star Wars.
Genuinely, we're in the age of entertainment. There's a lot of stuff being released that is,
Yeah.
good for
Dude.
like TV shows, movies, all that.
I feel like there's the
I'm
right amount
so
of
done
Star
with it.
I feel like there's the right amount of Star Wars being made right now because it's definitely not like the MCU where it's like they release every new Marvel thing
Fuck
every
the MCU. Fuck that. Fuck that so much. I'm so done.
I can't blame you for that one. But yeah, I feel like they're making a good amount of Star Wars content right now. Now, for the MCU, on the other hand, that's a different story.
To begin with, I wasn't a fan of the MCU when I was a kid. I I just
Really?
watched it because everybody else was a fan, and I just kind of got roped into it. Uh, it's just not fun because you watch one MCU movie, you watch one, and you know the plot of every single other MCU movie ever. I like certain stories in the MCU. I
Like
like
Endgame and
because
Infinity
there's
War.
yes, not Endgame, but Infinity War.
Infinity War.
I
Yeah.
like Spider-Man as a character. I like Spider-Man. And every once in a while, Iron Man has a few one-liners. I'm like, haha, funny. That's about it. I don't like anybody else. The Guardians of the Galaxy, I enjoyed purely out of aesthetic reasons, not because I enjoyed what I'm actually watching. Um, I like the second one. Actually, no, I take that back. I like the second Guardians of the Galaxy. It has like an actual message behind it. But most of the MCU movies are just you just know what's gonna happen the moment you turn it on, and it's just not attractive to me. After the Infinity War, I was like, okay, if it, I know there's no doubt in my mind when I was watching Infinity War that it was gonna end there. But if it did, and this is like my wet dream. If it did, I might have actually forgiven everything else that was behind Infinity War. It would have been the perfect build-up, and like, oh, this is the one time the heroes lose, actually, and that would have been the perfect ending. But of course, it's the MCU; they're not gonna like my dreams will never be fulfilled. So I knew they were gonna lead it up with Endgame, but Endgame was okay.
Yeah, because I know back in like 2014-15 era, they announced that Infinity War was meant to be 2 parts, like Infinity War Part 1 and Part 2.
Yeah.
And I guess Part 2 got changed to Endgame, so...
Yeah, but I'm a grown adult now, and I'm just done. There's so much other interesting things to consume than
like Star Trek.
the same plot. Star Trek. The same plot over and over and over again. I'm just, no, I'm okay.
Yeah, I'm slowly getting that MCU. Jesus!
The ambiance.
Yeah, what's up, Matthew?
Huh? Oh, I was just... I haven't really watched any of the recent MCU thing. I think the last one was the Doctor Strange movie, and I just kind of haven't since then.
Yeah, I watched it too.
I'm guessing you actually didn't like Dark...
Well, look, I'll be honest, my favorite part of the movie was more of a joke than anything. The zombie Doctor Strange, I thought it looked really cool. And I to this day, I claim that as my favorite character from the movie. I think the best Marvel movie, the last one that I watched, was the recent Spider-Man iteration.
Oh, no, yeah,
that movie was actually good.
I like that.
Yeah, everyone liked it.
That movie was actually really good. A lot of passion put into that movie.
Oh yeah.
But again, it's the same thing that Brenton said. A lot of it's just a lot of the same for all of these like superhero movies that are coming out on both sides. It's just been a lot of the same.
If I want to get controversial with this discussion, there is that talk
I think we already hit that like minutes ago, but keep going.
That's not controversial.
I don't know.
It's so straightforward.
Everybody's
so straightforward.
MCU.
Fuck that. But if you want to get controversial, there is that talk going around the Hollywood that Marvel actors and Marvel roles are not actual movie stars.
Wait, what do you mean?
That when people don't go watch a Marvel movie to watch the actors in it, they watch it to watch the characters.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Okay.
And that's such a fascinating discussion because honestly, I as fucked up as it sounds, I actually kind of agree.
Yeah, because that's I know
that's a fair point to make, actually.
I know that
these huge actors playing these roles, but nobody actually cares about the actors. They want to watch Iron Man. They want to watch Spider-Man and all these.
That I feel like that's definitely true for like our generation. That we're more into like seeing the characters and not the actors. I feel like that's most true for us.
That's scary to think about. I hope it dies out because that means the death of the actor, the death of it doesn't matter. That is the whole point. That is the whole point of The Boys. Is that these people are just playing roles. It's not about the people. I don't know if you ever watched or read the comic books of The Boys, Jurassic, but that is the entire point of it. And it's scary to think about actually happening in real life. That is so horrifying. It's a satire about making fun of society, and a lot of it is that people don't care about the actual person behind these superheroes. It's just they're playing a role, and they get replaced by these people. Nobody cares, or nobody wants to care. Nobody wants to know who's actually behind the mask of these superheroes. And it's poetry that's actually happening today.
Yeah, they don't care about the person. I think even deeper than that is it's not even just the character that they care about. It's the things that character stands for, the content of it, basically. Like one of the biggest characters in one of the seasons, she's basically portrayed as the big gay character, right?
Yeah!
And they play that off so much. And there are scenes where it's like very clear that she's not just simply gay, but they're like, hey, that's not going to fit for the role that we have for you. That's not going to fit our narrative. And so like the idea is, oh god, what a good character. But like the narrative is they are just a character, and they are just whatever fits the society's agendas at the time. It's nutty.
I gotta watch
Such a
that
good show.
Yeah,
I
need to-
recommend it, Jurassic.
Yeah, there's like 3 seasons out right now, right?
Yeah, it's one of the best shows I've watched. I won't lie, it's fantastic.
Yeah,
It's
I
a
need to-
perfect satire on society.
Yeah. Well, I feel like that's true for like some actors. It depends on the characters they play, because I know I can name a couple that it probably doesn't affect, like Chris Evans, Captain America, Robert Downey Jr., Iron Man, and Chadwick Boseman, Black Panther. I think those two, it's that doesn't apply, but I think for like other people like Brie Larson, Captain Marvel,
Well,
trying to think of
I
who
think the
else.
point is like it's a you don't go to a Marvel movie specifically to watch Chris Evans play Captain America, right? Like when you go to any other movie, it's like, oh, Hugh Jackman is in this movie. I'll go check it out. It's like when it comes to Marvel or anything like that, it's hey, the new Iron Man. We're gonna go watch Iron Man. Iron Man's in this movie, or like there's a cameo of Spider-Man at the end of this movie. I want to watch that cameo or something like it's all along those lines.
Yeah.
It's not oh Tom Holland. Like you don't know Tom Holland besides Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Genuinely, the mystique of it kind of wore off on me, because at first when I was watching these movies, I liked the interconnectedness that they were doing, connecting
like
everything,
how-
making the stories come together and stuff. That was really interesting, and seeing characters from other movies show up, I was like, oh wow, that's really cool, but it eventually just became kind of boring, in a sense.
Oh yeah.
Because a lot of these times, they were simply cameos. They had zero effect on the outcome or what was going on. They were
Yeah.
simply just, hey look, they're here. And that was it. And that's so lame, right? Because if an actor shows up, there should be an effect, right? There should be like a huge like, oh, this is impactful. This changes everything that's going on. Not just a, oh my gosh, Captain America's on screen, I'm gonna scream. It doesn't really feel the same when there's genuinely no impact when these things happen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like that really applies to like the latest phase, like Phase 4, because Phase 4
Yeah.
is just all over the place. Like, oof.
It
I-
sounds messed up because there is a lot of work that goes into
Yeah.
these movies, but I can't help but not like I gotta agree with it.
Yeah, there's just way too much Marvel going on for like the latest Phase 4, because I think out of this entire phase, they've created like over 30 movies and TV shows, and I guess the new specials or whatever, like Werewolf by Night and Guardians of the Galaxy special, or whatever. Like out of all that, that's like 30, and I think that's like more than Phase 1, 2, and maybe 3 combined. So, because they need to. I think if they want to get back the MCU feeling from like phases 1 to 3 and all that stuff, like if they want to bring back that feeling and all that, they definitely need to like slow down on the content making, like focus. I feel like this is a good formula for them to use: 3 movies and 2 TV shows per year. I feel like that's the best they can
Oh.
probably do.
Fuck, that's too much for me to begin with.
That's a
Dude,
lot.
But
They've been pumping out so much that there's no budget for CGI anymore.
Yeah,
that new
there-
Doctor Strange movie I hated purely because it just looked so shit. It
Well-
looked so garbage. That eye in the middle of Doctor Strange's forehead was laughable. It
Oh,
was
yeah.
so goddamn
God.
bad.
God, dude, don't remind me of that, because the CGI didn't bother me in Doctor Strange until I saw the eye. Like the eye is what broke me, or like not broke me, but
God.
like I was like, yikes, you guys could have done.
I'm
that
not
just a little
typically
bit
a
better."
stickler when it comes to that stuff. I
Yeah,
can
same.
forgive it, but it's not like it's fucking Marvel. They have no excuse. There is no
No,
excuse.
Yeah,
It's
They were leading the game for CGI for a while,
yeah.
and now
Now CGI is
and-
too much.
I used to be a Marvel fan, and then after just this the past few years, not even more than that now. I can't believe it's been that long. But DC is my
Go-to?
go-to now.
Yeah,
Dude,
'cause-
DC popping off, and they have no excuse to not release another banger after what they did with Joker and the new Batman.
God,
Bro,
those two
those were it surpasses
I
a
need to-
superhero movie to the point where they're just good cinema, and I look at them as just good pieces of art because
I
they're
need
just
to watch
fantastic.
that.
It's
Wait,
so
which one?
good, bro.
The Joker or Batman?
The new one.
Wait, Which new one?
Like
They're
the new
both
Batman.
Oh yeah, the new
What
Batman's
both?
good. I like that one. That's a pretty good Batman movie.
The only other superhero movie that I look to on that same level was Logan. Logan was amazing, bro.
That
Dude,
was so good.
it's been years. I've still never watched Logan.
Really?
Come over sometime, bro. We'll watch Logan together.
It's on Disney Plus if you have
Last
it.
time I watched Logan with who was it? I think it was with Chance and Vincent, and we all got like stoned beforehand, and it was the funniest time. Because there's
Oh my
this chubby
God.
little fat guy. He was this chubby little fat kid at the end of the movie, and he had like little sparkies coming out of his fingers.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
And he like shocked a dude to run away, and he was like, he was like running as fast as he can, and we're all watching like high up on minds, and Chance puffs up, he's like, it's the Flash, and we all could not stop laughing for the rest of the movie.
Oh my god. Oh.
We also watched a underrated movie, by the way. We watched Real Steel.
Oh, that's such a good movie.
I thought Real Steel was really cool.
Yeah,
It's
Real
so good. I love Real Steel.
That was such a-
We watched that high, like as well, and the entire time we couldn't get over the fact that the entire plot is based off of this kid beating up a retard robot and becoming like the world champion.
Wait, was that really how the
We
plot
couldn't
went?
get over. Basically, this kid beats up this dumb robot and then goes on to become the world champion.
I do not. I need to rewatch that movie. I don't remember that at all.
Oh my
What the?
god. Just watch it, man. It's a
I'm gonna-
hilarious plot point that we miss every first go around.
I am
It's
gonna
so
have to
good.
watch that because I honestly do not remember that.
Oh, I'm sitting down and watching that movie as well with you now, just so that.
I'll get high again. It'll be hilarious.
Oh.
Jeez.
Like, the kid hits this robot once, and then it starts short-circuiting and hits himself until it breaks apart.
Oh my god. Oh.
I'm like, what kind of messages are these directors trying to go for? What is going on here?
It's really showing off what kind of people you were in high school, huh?
I guess so.
It was one hit, and they were not trying that hard. They were the
was
jaw
like a
was like
butt cut.
cockeyed, and the robot like looked so stupid.
The message of that movie was do whatever you can to win. No mercy on anyone.
Don't let them get in your way.
Good movie though. I actually loved that
Yeah,
movie as a kid.
that was such a good movie. I remember watching when I was back in
Real Steel
middle school.
popped off, man. It was such an interesting like idea for a movie.
Yeah.
You never see like a sci-fi genre go that route where it's just about a boxing movie.
Yeah. Dude.
It's a sports movie, but with robots.
Yeah, it's such a cool idea. And then there was that like really crappy reality show where it's basically the same concept, but like it's nowadays technology, so they just have like those like crappy robots that you make in science class in high
Wait,
school,
what?
and they just bump into each other until they
Oh.
break.
Oh,
I know what you're talking about.
BattleBots, dude.
Oh my god.
I love those. Those are some of the things that people make for those little shoddy robots is so funny. Because the whole concept, the entire concept is I have a little robot on wheels, you have a little robot on wheels, and we're trying to destroy each other's robot.
That was hang on, I remember something that unlocked a memory in my
I've
brain.
always
Oh,
wanted-
did it?
Yeah, give me a. There was one show
Brenton
on
was
that
the
SYFY
old,
channel.
Oh.
There was one show on that SYFY channel that I watched with my grandmother every time it was on. Hang on. Face Off! That's what it was.
Oh,
Fucking
Face Off.
Face Off. I loved Face Off.
Dude, I never watched Faced Off until my theater teacher back in high
dude.
school forced us to watch
Face
it.
Off.
Like we
Every
watched-
week, me and my grandma got together when I was living with my grandma, and we would watch it every night after school. It's such a good goddamn show. It's about these prosthetic artists.
Yeah.
And they face off with creating their like masterpieces. They have like a theme to do every episode,
Yeah, and they have
and then
wait.
they have to like match that theme with their
with
their model.
yeah, the resources they have, like the one theme could be like underwater or something, and the other one could
Yeah.
be like a jungle ruin or something.
I never watched the show, but I saw commercials like almost constantly about
Oh,
Face Off.
I saw a lot of commercials for that on SYFY back in the day. Like that's where I saw a lot of commercials
Dude.
for it.
I miss that channel. Sci-Fi was such a cool channel as a kid.
Oh, I remember.
Dude, did you ever watch the sci-fi like B movies that
Oh
constantly
yeah,
were being
dude,
made?
my favorite
They
was
really
Sharknado.
like the
Yeah.
because there was the one that like really like hit
Popped
me
off.
hard was like The Mist.
Oh
Wait.
yeah.
The ending of that movie was
Yeah.
something else.
Wait, wasn't
But,
that
like,
a Steven
like-
Spielberg movie? That wasn't a
I
Sci-Fi.
don't know.
Actually,
Yeah,
Wait,
that was
what?
Steven Spielberg. Sci-Fi never made that.
No, I mean like it was on the Sci-Fi Channel. I'm just talking like they had a
Oh.
bunch of movies within
Oh yeah.
like
Okay,
a
yeah,
lot
that-
of movies like that played on there, but a
No,
lot of the other
it
ones were
wasn't
just
Steven.
really ridiculous.
It was
Oh,
not
yeah.
Stephen.
Stephen King. No, wait. Yeah, Stephen King. Yeah, I'm thinking of Stephen
Well,
King.
Stephen King wrote the
Yeah.
book, but the movie director was Frank Darabont.
I think my
Oh.
favorite.
I love him.
I think my favorite
it's my
sci-fi B movie was either Sharknado or Shark Octopus. You guys remember those? two?
Dude, I
Fuck up!
I
Even when I was a
never-
kid, I knew that
okay.
was bullshit, and I
Hold
could
on,
not.
hold on.
I was like 10 years old, and I was like, "What the hell is this on
I've
this TV,
never
Dad?
watched-
Turn this off! I'm better than this, Dad."
I refuse to watch Sharknado, but I'm
Listen.
surprised to meet another person who's watched Sharktopus.
Listen, they may have been
That
terrible, but
movie
they were at
was
least fun to
something
watch.
stupid.
They-
Dude, the
they-
CGI on those movies is always so terrible, and I
I
love
watched
it.
this one specific one. It was about piranhas, and it wasn't like piranha. I know piranha, but it was some like knockoff version of piranha, and they used genuine Nerf guns as the props. I had the
No.
same exact Nerf gun as a kid, and they just spray painted the Nerf gun. And they were just firing at these fucking piranhas, these shitty CGI piranhas in the water. I
Dude.
forgot the name of the movie, but it was so bad.
What is with sci-fi movies and their infatuation with sea creatures killing people? There are
It's
so
just easy.
many.
It's so easy.
There's so many.
Isn't there like a two-headed shark attack one that they made? They did
Yeah.
I
a.
think that might be under
Okay.
the same vein of Sharktopus, if I'm...
You-
You
No,
think of a dumb idea and it's there, okay? You find
Yeah.
a movie about it, alright?
Yeah.
I know for the shark head attack thing, they made like 6. Like went from two-headed shark attack to 3 to 4 to 6 to 8. There's like, Jesus, how many more heads do you need?
If it wasn't for all of this horrific, like, monstrosities of movies, horror would be one of my favorite genres, but I can't put that under my belt.
Yeah. No.
When it's just so much dog shit to look through.
Whoa,
I've
whoa,
watched
whoa.
some of the best movies I've watched has been horror related, but it's just so far in between that I can't say that horror is one of my favorites.
Listen,
'Cause
listen.
they're all bad.
Listen, Sharktopus versus Barracuda was a good horror movie.
No, you did not just say that, bro. Even as a
Jurassic,
kid,
what the fuck?
the CGI on Sharktopus was so awful.
But it was a cool design,
Dude.
though. You gotta give it that.
It's yeah, for an imaginative kid, of course it's cool like idea, but so
I was
bad.
10 years old and I was like a movie critic. I was like, Dad, what are you watching right here? Oh, I
Dude.
walked up to him, me being like 4'2", just like, Dad, what the fuck is this?
Somebody, I don't remember what happened. We found this little it was like this Canadian indie movie, and I think it was like supposed to be about Slenderman, but I got turned off almost immediately because somebody died and their blood actually looked like tomato soup. Like the little orange color that tomato soup has. It looked so orange.
No, that's an actual.
It did not look like blood.
Okay,
What?
so I think I know what you're talking about. Because back when Slenderman was popular, there was like this mini YouTube documentary back in the day, and then I guess they eventually turned that into a movie. Like some small studio gave them money to make like a Slenderman-ish movie. I think you're probably talking about that. I forgot what it's called, but I think if you just type in Slenderman movies, it'll be there. The poster's red. That's all I can remember for it, but I think I know what you're talking about. And oh, man.
There are a few gems when it comes to horror, and one of
Yeah.
them I actually found recently during October, right before Halloween. I loved it, and I need to go do a rewatch because I missed a bit of the episodes because we watched it during Halloween.
Oh shoot, yeah, that was really good.
What's it called?
Cabinet of Curiosities on
Cabinet of
Netflix.
Curiosities by Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait, where's it on?
We found it on Netflix.
Oh,
It's on Netflix. It's a Netflix
Okay.
thing, and it's fantastic, bro. It's like 8 episodes, and they're just cute little anthology short stories wrapped up into a single episode, and they're all fantastic. I love.
They were really good.
I love the dude. I love everything that the guy has made.
Guillermo.
Past. Yeah, Guillermo.
yeah,
Good
he's
old
made
Guillermo.
I liked his recent movie Antlers. Did you guys ever see that movie? That was a pretty. I like that movie.
I'm not.
But I loved Hellboy, and what's that one with the water? The under.
Oh, I know
It's
what
like
you're
a
talking about. It's like a
romance
romance Oh God, I can't remember
Yeah,
what
it's
it's
a good one.
called.
Good one.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about though.
Why has
God.
everyone heard of this movie but me? Like, I watched Hellboy and I loved Hellboy.
Are you
but-
not a fan of Guillermo?
Uh,
Are you not a?
I wouldn't consider myself a fan of like any director. I just watch what I watch.
Shame on you. Shame on
Shape
you.
of the Shape of Water. The Shape of Water.
Oh,
It's
that's
good.
what's.
But
called.
I absolutely did watch Hellboy and I loved Hellboy.
Did you
That was
watch the
good.
I
second
sought
one?
that one out myself. I think I did watch the second one. Yes.
Do y'all think the second one was good? I haven't seen the second one in like 14 years.
I
but
haven't
I
watched
think
it in like I haven't watched it in ages. But when as a kid, I loved it because I found the characters all very creepy looking as a kid. And that's why I
think
was
that-
like fascinated. by it.
That's what
Yeah.
really attracted me to it. I
But
liked the
no.
the style
Yeah,
and
same
the
here.
designs.
I love the style, but there was one that I still can't watch to this day because it just freaks me out too much. It's the Lamprith one. I forgot the full name.
Lamb?
give me a
Wait,
second.
what? What's
Give
it
me
called?
a second. 1 second.
I'll watch it with you. Ben.
Pan's
You can hold
Labyrinth.
it.
Pan's Labyrinth freaked me out as a kid. I fucking hate that movie, and I might rewatch it just for shits and
Pan's
giggles.
Labyrinth.
But fuck that. Fuck
You better
that movie.
watch it with Matthew and Jacob and all them. You gotta watch it.
I'll watch
bro.
it high. I'll watch that one high too. It'll be fantastic.
You're probably gonna get more scared if you do that.
I'm
Oh,
a man
this
who
is-
faces his demons,
Oh,
Jurassic.
this is-
I face my problems.
This is just from the like little screenshots of this. This is something. What
Dude,
the heck?
it's like a horror children's like folktale movie, and it's
Oh,
scary.
okay.
It was when I watched it originally. Like right now, if I watched it, like I would like, oh, that's pretty. I can appreciate this. But when I saw that motherfucker, Jurassic, you can put this up. This motherfucker that
I
had
just put it in the-
eyeballs on
just
his
the chat.
hands.
I put it
You
in the
put it up
chat.
for your podcast, Jurassic. I
know you-
freaked the fuck out. I was 5 years old, and I was like, "Who in the fuck is this motherfucker? You're not. That's not real. That's not supposed to happen."
Oh,
That's
Not real! Screaming at the TV screen, that's not real!
That movie. Okay. I remember seeing. Okay, I know what you're talking
Freaky,
about now.
bro.
As soon as you said that,
Fuck
I know.
that movie.
Okay, yeah, I never seen the movie, but I've seen like clips of that creature from Watch
Fuck.
Mojo. Okay, now I know what
Yeah,
you're talking
fuck
about.
that movie. I was 5 years old, and that freaked me the fuck out.
You know
Hold,
what?
hold on. The synopsis for this movie starts with it's 1944 and the Allies have invaded
Yeah.
Nazi-held Europe.
Yeah, it's
What?
It's technically like a fantasy war movie.
That's what it says. Fantasy war. What the heck?
What a synopsis.
This is a children's movie, huh? Led by Captain Vidal, a murdering sadist, and look at my new one, Carmen and her dog. What?
I was sat down at 5 years old. I'm sure. Okay, to be
That
fair,
sounds
if I
very
was prepared,
kid-friendly.
if somebody told me what it was when I was that young, I probably could. I consumed worse movies. I watched
Yeah.
Predator when I was like 5 as well,
Hey,
and I was
listen,
just told what it
that's
was.
different.
But I sat down 5 years old, being told it was like fucking How to Train Your Dragon, and I was like, okay, it's a good movie. I'm ready for this. And I saw that motherfucker with the eyeballs, and I was like, that ain't normal. All right?
What kind of comparison is that?
Ugh. But
Okay.
Guillermo is directing, and he's directing a new movie that I'm actually looking forward to because it has adult themes. Actually, it's an adult movie.
Pinocchio?
Pinocchio.
Yep.
Pinocchio, yeah, Pinocchio. Because it's what's it called? Public domain now. Pinocchio. Good old Pinocchio.
Oh,
Public
yeah,
domain.
'cause
So
I
he has
know-
no ties to anyone. He can just make it how he wants, and that's what he's doing.
Yeah,
and
this
I
isn't-
cannot wait.
This is
I
in
can't wait for the
Disney
scene where
version.
Pinocchio stabs a man with his nose.
I can't wait.
Wait, he actually does that, right, in the book?
Does he?
I don't know. I thought you said that because he actually does do that.
No,
All I
I
know
just...
about Pinocchio is it's a very depressing tale about a man who loses his child, so he's
Yeah.
trying to make a wooden child, and it's
That
supposed
one's
to have
not a
some
that one's not a Brothers Grimm original, is it? Pinocchio. Because I know a lot of the modern day like folk tales and stuff that are taught they're originally by Brothers Grimm and they're a lot more gruesome, like Hansel and Gretel.
Yeah, I love folktales.
Yeah, folktales are amazing. I think my favorite
Which makes me.
Oh.
Which would make. Sorry,
No,
go ahead.
you go.
No, you go ahead. I talk
No,
a lot. I've been talking a
you
lot. Go ahead.
All right.
No, it's okay. Please do.
Okay, my favorite folk.
But I do love. I probably. I probably love Pan's Labyrinth because I love folktales. But anyway, go ahead.
You sure? You sure?
Yeah, no, please, by all means.
Okay, but my favorite folk.
Edward McGregor's in Pinocchio. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
But my favorite folklore or folktale are like the like the Spanish or Mexican and Indian folklore. Like those are like my favorite ones. Like Thunderbird, Chupacabra. I really like those.
I love folklore in general. I have so many mythology books because I'm studying up. That's what, Endgame. That's what I want to write about, mythology and shit. But I've read a few stories in college so far that does folk tales so goddamn well because they intertwine folk tales. And this is my favorite interpretation of folk tales. They intertwine folk tales into a reality. This is one short story, and it's very popular. Any knowledgeable viewer should know this, but there's this very popular one about these girls who, and it's left up to interpretation, which how it should be, but they see this giant monstrosity. It's ugly. It's spewing gas, and it's just disgusting thing in the forest, which eventually eats like this little innocent girl in front of their eyes. But this takes place during World War II and during the Blitz of London, which Germany was bombing the hell out of London.
Yeah.
And this little girl that the monster eats, and including my interpretation of it, wasn't even real because the two little girls. Oh, fuck! What was the little girl name? The innocent girl.
Just call her.
Her name was Alice. Alice. Her name was Alice. Her name was Alice, which also, Alice in the Wonderland.
Alice in Wonderland, yeah.
Yeah, she represents innocence. This little girl, and my interpretation of it that the little girl wasn't even real, and the monster wasn't even real in the forest. It was supposed. It represents the war. This nasty monstrosity thing represents the war, and
eating up innocence.
It ate up the little girl's innocence because the description at the beginning of the story, they're being hauled away in a train. All these kids had to wear gas masks, constantly just in case. And beautiful short story. It's one of my favorites that I've read, and that is my favorite interpretations of folktales I've ever read because you get such a dark lesson from it. But yeah, no, I love folktales.
You good over there, Matthew? Your mic's sounding a bit poofy.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
You're good.
Yeah, I'm good.
That is interesting. I'll have to look into that later on.
Do it.
I will.
It's called The Thing in the Forest.
Okay.
Thing in the forest.
I'll try to. Well, I'm obviously gonna remember this
Fantastic.
because I'm gonna be editing this podcast. But
It's short. It's just a cute little short story.
so speaking of horror, did you ever watch that new horror movie? Everyone loves it, or like they were talking about it when it came out, but it's called Barbarian. Did you ever watch that?
No.
Really?
No.
I'm surprised because I think you'd like that because it jumps.
While you silly little goobers were out there watching Barbarian or whatever it is, me and Brenton, we were in the theaters. We were watching what was that Norse movie we watched, Brenton?
The Northman.
The
The
That's a good
Northman.
While you peons were watching Barbarian, we were watching The Northman.
That's a good movie. I actually have that on Blu-ray.
You actually, oh damn.
Yeah,
you
I
educated boy.
Yeah, I got that as a Wait, was it? Oh no, it was a Father's Day gift. I got it as a Father's Day gift for my dad, and we watched it. It's a pretty good movie.
Dude, The Northman popped up. Have you watched The Lighthouse as well?
Wait, what's it called?
The Lighthouse?
No, I need to though. I've heard so many good things about it.
It's by the same. If you like The Northman, you would love The Lighthouse.
It's like suspenseful, right? The Lighthouse.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Oh, is it suspenseful?
Oh baby, William Dafoe.
Oh,
The legend himself is in it.
William
Oh
Dafoe
my
always
gosh.
carries the acting in a movie or like whatever he's in. He always carries it a lot. He's an amazing
He's
actor.
fantastic. He's fantastic, bro. Dude, The Lighthouse, man. I want to watch that high. That's gotta be a trip.
You know there, there's I remember this one. Well, it's a franchise, but there's this one franchise horror movie that always scared me, and it scares me a little to this day. But it's a Final Destination. Like that franchise always scared me, especially when I was little.
Oh, yeah.
I've never watched it, but I have nightmares like pretty regularly about me boarding a plane that's constantly crashing. I don't know why. I never watched the movie, but I have those nightmares every once in a while.
Yeah, it's because the antagonist of the movie is death itself. Like you can't really do anything about it. It's just like, yeah, you're gonna die.
It's an interesting theme, the Final Destination movies, because at the end of the movie, there's always like somebody who survives and basically breaks the chain.
Yeah,
Or at least in the one I watched, but then it eventually catches up with them.
yeah, the chain eventually reforms or like it fixes itself to continue.
Yeah, it's a very interesting concept.
Yeah. What about you, Matthew? Which horror franchise or horror movie scared you when you were a kid? His was the eye hand one. Mine was Final Destination.
The Mummy.
I laughed my fucking ass off during The Mummy, bro.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, I was a snot-nosed little kid. The movie, fine. I didn't have any problems until that scene with the little bugs. That is the only time I can remember in my entire life where I actually had genuine nightmares from watching something like that.
I thought you were gonna say the Scorpion King CGI. I thought you were gonna say that.
No, it was genuinely those little bugs that crawled into the people's skins.
Yeah.
Because I'm sitting there, I'm like,
so
right.
good if you just little with a scorpion.
Dude, that CGI put me out for an entire week. I'm telling you. But no, those freaky little bugs. So like, I don't know if those are real. This is a fictional movie, but if they were real, there's nothing I could do about that. I couldn't stop them.
Yeah, you can. You can just walk it off.
Thanks, Trent. I didn't have you there to tell me that at the time.
I do remember. I do know the feeling
Yeah. The idea of
because
those crawling in my skin. Ugh.
I played and watched that 2005 King Kong.
Oh, that's a.
And I remember that when they went into the little crevasse with all the bugs.
Oh.
Oof.
That I was like, oh, that's unpleasant. But I never
Yeah,
I wasn't a pussy.
Well,
Alright.
the thing is, it's not the idea of bugs crawling over me. That it makes my skin crawl a little bit, but that doesn't really bother me. It's the idea of bugs like finding their way inside of my skin.
Well, that's what happened in the
eating
movie.
me alive.
There's
Yeah.
this
I've never
moment
watched
where
it,
they
so-
go inside the dude's mouth and shit.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, no.
you can't really do anything about that because they're literally inside your skin. You can't just like shoo them away or like pick it up and throw it away. They're like stuck in your body.
Yeah, the other thing I can think of is light yourself on fire.
Well, that's gonna burn a little. It's gonna sting a little.
I suppose so, yeah.
Speaking of King Kong, that game should not have popped off as that game did. Dude, that
I wanna-
2005 movie tie-in game that
broke it.
they didn't even bother changing the fucking you know those movie tie-in games that they don't even change the
Yeah, it's literally just
the-
copy and paste of the movie, just
It's
some
the-
gameplay.
yeah,
sprinkled in.
it's the the cover, the fucking cover art of the
Oh,
game.
yeah.
They didn't bother even changing that. It was the movie cover art on the game. And for some reason, the stars aligned and that game
Thank you.
popped off. That game was so goddamn good. I wish I could be able to play it now because it's just
I remember
so good.
seeing.
It's-
I want to play that game so bad. It's on the PS3 too, I'm pretty sure, because the one I have is like backwards compatibility or whatever, so I can play it. I just need to find it and pray it's not a disc only type of thing. But I remember seeing gameplay of it back when the Gaming Beaver played that game, and God, that game looks so much fun. I really want to play that.
Oh shit. Who was it? Give me a second. My
Black?
first two YouTubers I ever watched was PewDiePie back in 2012, baby. Like
Oh,
old
yeah.
PewDiePie. When
That,
the first season of Walking Dead came out with Lee and Clementine.
Oh, I think that's when YouTube really popped off, was the Walking Dead Telltale series and Minecraft. I think that's what really boosted it up by a lot, was
And
from those two games.
there was another Telltale game that I was looking into.
The Wolf Among Us or something like that?
No.
Batman?
Jurassic Park, baby.
I want to play that game so bad. I remember seeing that like 7 years ago, and I really want to play that game. But no one sells it on the PS3
I think
anymore.
it's technically canon too. That's the funniest part.
Oh.
Yeah, it's good. I won't lie. But this YouTube channel was also playing it. And I was like, I want to get this Jurassic game. I like Telltale. Telltale's good.
Yeah,
and this YouTube channel that I technically uploads, but I tell you right now, he hasn't changed his format since 2012.
Is it
so he gets like 1,000 views per video. But
is it the
Zach Scott Games.
Yeah, I think I know who that is. Hang on, let me look him up real quick. But I think I know who that is. I've seen his videos here and there. Let me
Zach Scott Games. He old ass YouTuber. And I watched his entire Jurassic Park playthrough. And I was like, yep,
yeah.
that's the game I want.
Well, oh yeah, I've seen. Well, hang on. It looks like he changed up a little bit. At least the thumbnail wise, he's changed it up a little. It's for like Mario.
No, he hasn't. He hasn't.
It looks kind of different,
dude. It's the same, just screenshot of a game with the number on the side. That is it.
Hey,
he has been doing that since 2012.
Hey, listen. Technically, everyone does that. I do that, so I mean.
No shit, but you don't do it for 10 years, Jurassic! You gotta switch it up a little bit, man! He can't, okay, back then, 2012, he had, like, millions of views. 7 days ago, God of War Ragnarok, 7,000.8K.
We gotta give him some support. We gotta watch his videos.
That is what happened. Listen, I'm not bashing the guy. If he's obviously fine with it, or he would have changed, alright? But there's a reason why I don't watch him anymore. That's all I'm saying. I go for it, bro. That's the content you want to go with. But good lord, variety, man.
I remember my first couple of YouTubers I watched back in this was back when Minecraft was getting popular, and the only way I fully got into Minecraft was through the dinosaur mod. And the way I found the dinosaur mod was through Little Lizard Gaming, because I was curious to know if Minecraft had dinosaurs, so I typed in Minecraft dinosaurs, and I just got like a bunch of video recommendations of that. And my God, once I get Minecraft Bedrock, or no, Minecraft Java, I am immediately getting the dinosaur mod, because I wanna play Minecraft dinosaurs so bad.
I remember when I was a kid, there was Crafting Dead.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
And it was Crafting Dead and Daisy. I remember watching those two games when I was really young. I was watching like the very beginning, like the essence of what Daisy was before it was a full-fledged game. It was just a mod for Arma. It was a mod for another game.
Dang.
And I remember watching the essence, and I was like, dude, this is fantastic, bro. I would love to play this game. I could just do whatever I want. It would be like Walking Dead, bro. It would be just like Walking Dead. And I never got a PC, so I never was able to play Daisy.
But now you have a PC.
Now.
And to this day,
I played it on console, though. That's the most ironic thing I've ever heard. But yeah, Daisy, dude. I remember watching the essence, like the very birth of Daisy. And I forgot about it, and I forgot about it, and I forgot about it. And then 2019, the console edition came out. I was like, oh, I remember this game. This is cute. I remember this is nostalgia. And then I hopped in there. It was dog shit. Never played it again. It was dog shit, though.
Now.
like 2019 Daisy, console Daisy, you couldn't even vault. You couldn't vault over things.
Oh, really?
It was
Wait,
so
what?
bad. You
That-
couldn't like hop over like a little tiny bitty fence. You couldn't do anything like
So
that.
you
It
get
was,
screwed,
yeah,
is what
you
he's
really-
saying.
Which you know, overall has made me a way better player because I know how to play the game now. I know how to do things. I know how to get in between crevasses. All right, I know how to play the daisies.
Yeah, 'cause
And
you're hacking.
actually, what it was Winter. Winter told me like, hey, listen, I know from first glance the game's bad, and it is bad, but let me show you how to play. And I was like, okay, I'll give it another chance. And I hopped in there, and he showed me what to do, what not to do, and I ended up being one of my favorite games of all time because of it. Generally I loaded in, and I didn't know what the hell was going on, and I thought that was just the game. I thought that was just it, and I was like, what the hell am I doing? But Winter was like, listen, man, reinstall it. I'll show you what to do. And then we went on a giant-ass adventure, and some of my best memories in gaming by far happened on that little adventure. It was cute.
And now you're recommending it to other players.
Absolutely.
Oh,
The
yeah.
game's fantastic. If you learn how to play the game, it is one of the best experiences you can get. You never get anything else like it. The interactions with other players is fucking hilarious. Last time I still need to upload the VOD, but last time I streamed, I kidnapped a dude, and it was so goddamn funny.
Oh my
Were
god.
you were watching, weren't you, Jurassic? I thought I
Yes.
saw you in the chat. That was
Yeah, I
so
was
funny
watching.
how I kidnapped him, handcuffed him. I was messing with. I forced him to wear a dress, and he tried
Oh.
shooting me at the end of it. It was so fucking funny.
I should probably address this in the YouTube side of things. He's talking about a video game, not real life. Don't worry about it, YouTube. Calm down.
Oh, I also should say that I live in Oregon, and it's legal to smoke the marijuana. So when I say I've been getting high on this podcast, I'm doing it in a legal state. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you probably should have said that a few minutes earlier. The FBI is on the way now.
It's shut up. I'm legal. I'm 21 of age, close to 22 actually.
Getting old.
I am.
He's getting up there. Actually, he just got his first gray hair recently.
Oh,
I
no.
did. I've been getting
Don't-
gray hair since I met this fucking guy.
Ooh, me or Matthew? Which one?
I'm the
Matthew.
reason. I'm the reason Brenton started drinking again.
That is very true. I was like
Yeah.
6 months sober, and then one Hunt Showdown night, he heard the bottle cap just boink, and then it's all been
Mike's
downhill
hard,
since.
baby. Mike's hard, baby.
I wish that made it into a video. That was so goddamn funny.
And now you've lowered his KD.
Are you
on
sure?
now.
That would have been hell for all the viewers if it was that bad for you.
Content. It's all about the content, Matthew.
You gotta do what you gotta do for content.
Now I'm making my own alcohol. See what you've done, Matthew?
I need to create my own brand. I need to create my own niche, my own drink, food. I need to do that.
Dude, mead is the essence of the gods, bro. Mead is fantastic.
You know what since you're creating your own beer, I can create my own pizza, like my own pizza topping flavor, or like they have like deep dish and all that malarkey. I can create like the
course
JH
it would be
pizza or the
pizza.
Jurassic pizza.
Of course, it'd be pizza.
Hey, hey, pizza's pretty good, especially if there's pineapple on it. What can I say?
Yeah, fair enough. I agree with you.
Oh, dude. Pineapple on pizza, sign me up.
I know. Even when it's like Little Caesars, I still eat that shit if it's
Wait,
pineapple
Little
on it.
Caesar has pineapple?
No shit, it has pineapple. Pineapple.
What is your...
Oh, bit of little bacon on there.
Yeah,
Oh, my
dude.
God.
I didn't know they had pineapple on the pizza. I thought it was only Domino's and Pizza Hut.
I eat that shit, man. Pineapple. on pizza.
Dude.
Because it's like that salty sweetness. You know, that's that combination. It's so good.
Exactly, that is why pineapple pizza is so good. And everyone I know that hates on it trash talks me for liking that stuff.
I like salty and sweet things. Alright? I like the
Jurassic.
combination. I like the
Yes.
combo.
Jurassic, open the book.
Shameless plug. God, gee, let's see what this does. Wait, how do you read? Oh, that's how you read.
L2, I think. He never learned.
That's not in college.
All because I didn't go to college. I can't read from a Minecraft book. But here's what it says. Subscribe to Jurassichero on Twitch. Subscribe to Sir Cranberry on YouTube. Thank you. Thank you, Matthew. That was a good plug.
That's it.
No, you gotta say it with more enthusiasm so people do it.
I can't. It's 11 p.m. and I got people in here sleeping. Can't talk that loud.
Oh my god, let me do
Here,
it.
give it to me. Give me the book. Or actually, no,
give it to Matthew. No, give it to Matthew. Give it to Matthew.
Okay.
Matthew's the showman.
Alright, hang on. Let me do a 360.
That was the slowest 360 I've ever seen.
What the fuck was that?
He didn't even go all the way. He didn't even go all the way.
That was like a quarter.
Listen here. Listen here. If you don't subscribe to Jurassichero on Twitch and Sir Cranberry on YouTube, are you even really living? Are you even existing in this space that we call the era of entertainment? What are you doing with your life? There's so many more things you could be doing. You could be out there going to college, but no, you're sitting here, you're watching this podcast right now. You're listening. You're hearing us talk. So go. Go to Twitch. Subscribe to Jurassic. Go to YouTube. Subscribe to Sir Cranberry. We stream every Tuesday some Minecraft, and on occasion we stream DayZ, some hilarious videos. And Jurassic, he's constantly on the grind. Go ahead, Brenton.
I also upload weekly.
He also uploads weekly. Do you hear that, you little peon? You're gonna sit there in your little chair doing nothing with your life and not watch Sir Cranberry on YouTube or Jurassichero on Twitch? I hear Jurassichero on Twitch has some of the greatest streams you'll ever see. I've even heard he's in the middle of his God of War playthrough. There's no reason not to. There's nothing else you could be doing right now. Go. Do it. Be free, little butterfly.
That was a good speech. That was beautiful. Oscar worthy.
Thank you.
You should be my PR manager or whatever you call it, the speech people or whatever.
How much do I get paid for that?
Sprite Cranberry. Best I can
Just
do
the
is...
intern. Why is he asking me to pay?
We'll never get that. We'll never get to that space that mod is being paid at. That man's getting.
The man doesn't even
gold.
show up, and he's still getting $100 bucks.
Getting gold,
What the hell
dude.
is this, bro?
That's per hour.
What the hell? This is messed up.
Dude, that mod's watching right now. Like, wait, I get paid what? He's looking through his bank account, wondering where it all goes.
Yeah, I have a mod that I pay $100 an hour per stream, and he doesn't show up to the podcast.
Yeah, he
What
didn't
a
even make it.
monster.
There's what, 1, 2. There's 3 empty chairs right now, and he could be in one of them.
Ugh.
Shame. Everyone shame him.
I'll go find
That's
him.
Shameful. Mario.
Hey Mario, Jurassic sends his regards. Do you have an editor, Jurassic?
Yeah, me. I'm the editor.
Heck yeah. Good luck.
Thank you. It shouldn't take me that long to edit though. Like you can probably expect this by
Oh,
Friday.
dude, podcasts are so fucking.
He's just gonna splice the audio together.
Yeah, you just need.
That's all it is. That's all what podcasts are, dude. You just sit there and talk.
Yeah, and you just put a few snips here and there, cut a couple cut up pieces here and there away. Bada bing, bada boom. Very simple. But I guess since this would be a good area to end off the podcast, this is probably the first ever podcast episode that's gone over an hour. Plus, this is probably my longest YouTube video ever, since it's gonna be like an hour and 15, 20
We
minutes.
aim to please.
That's for the best, Jurassic.
Oh,
We
yeah.
aim to please,
YouTube-
man.
YouTube benefits, like you get more stuff out of longer.
More
videos.
watch time. More watch time.
All right, let's hope there's a lot of watch time on this podcast episode.
YouTube promotes longer videos, anyways.
Oh yeah, we gotta start uploading 10-hour videos.
Goddamn right.
All right, but since this is a good area to end off the podcast, I'd like to say a special thanks to the legendary Cran Man himself, Sir Cranberry, for joining me, as well as the legendary classy spider Matthew, who is a good intern
That's
right
me.
now. I'd like to thank the two of y'all for joining in. Is there anything that the two of y'all would like to say real quick before we end off the episode?
Don't forget to subscribe to Jurassichero on Twitch and Sir Cranberry on YouTube. Peons.
You got any final words, Sir Cranberry, for the episode?
No.
All right. But before we finish that off, actually, I almost forgot. If any of y'all have any YouTubers, Twitch streamer recommendations that you'd like to if you have anyone that's a Twitch streamer, YouTuber that would be
PewDiePie.
too famous, If you have
Ah,
any,
shoot.
if you have anyone that you'd like to be a part of this podcast episode or like future podcast episodes, put it in the comments below, and who knows, maybe I can try to work something out with them to try to get them to join us, because we have many things to talk about. Plus, even though we didn't talk about, even though we talked a lot, or even though we talked about a lot of stuff in this episode, there are still many more things to talk about. But that is going to be saved for another episode, depending on how long it takes to make another episode. But if you guys did enjoy this podcast episode, whether you're listening to it through YouTube or who knows, maybe if we get lucky and put this on Apple Podcast app, be sure to leave a like, subscribe. Make sure to subscribe to Sir Cranberry as well. No dislikes on both his videos and my videos. And until next time, this is Jurassichero signing off.